Me, the front man, Eddie Scott, in studio with me today, and Brandy will be joining us shortly. And front man, what's up with you? How you doing today?
What's up, love? How you feeling? I'm great.
I'm good. It's a Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am.
The holidays are approaching. The New Year is coming up. I'm super excited for all the wonderful, positive New Year's resolutions that we're gonna make, and we're also gonna keep this year.
Yeah, that's right. You don't keep them, baby.
So I'm getting excited for that time.
I don't even make them.
You know,
I ain't gonna keep them. We don't play with ourselves. We're gonna just go ahead and we don't play around with ourselves and make these lies. We don't lie to ourselves this year.
But you can write them down and keep yourself accountable and keep going back to them
every year, and I still lie to myself. So we don't even do that this year.
Really, you write them down every year?
I write them down every year. I bring a book in with all my New Year's resolutions. I write it in every year.
Well, if you do it this year, I'll be one of your accountability partners.
You know what? I'm gonna do it this year, and I'm gonna give you the piece of paper. You're like, Eddie, did you do this? I'm be like, no. I tried. I did it for a whole 2 days.
So then we'll come up with some steps for what you need to do.
Hey, from January 1st to January 3rd, I was on it hard.
And Rockville is not helping my case right now.
From January 1st to January 3rd, I was on it big time. I did everything I was supposed to do.
You said January 1st to January 3rd.
January 4th came around. And I heard Martin Luther King say he had a dream that these ribs, that the damn mighty good right there.
It's okay, Eddie. We can hold each other accountable.
I'm with you, Adrian. Like I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I got you. Let's go. Let's do it.
One of the things I said I'm gonna work on is having a better attitude.
Oh, that's easy.
No, it's not.
Let's stay away from people.
It's not that easy having a good attitude.
Listen, tell the government to make a COVID call again.
COVID cases are going up, so everybody should make sure that they practicing social distancing, still wearing a mask and stuff like that, because it's going up with flu and RSV and stuff like that. So there's still a lot of reasons to be careful.
It's flu season, man. It goes up every year around this time.
Yeah, did you get your flu shot?
Ooh, absolutely not. I mean, people not going to shoot me up and nothing.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
I never had the flu. I get the flu shot every year, and I've never had the flu.
You're not about to put a virus in me that's last year's virus.
You got a whole bunch of other viruses already in you.
You know what's so funny? I never got a flu shot, never got a COVID shot. They did none of that, and never had none of it.
Really? That's good.
Why? Because that's greatness.
Yeah, that's really good.
That Nigerian blood, we don't. That Nigerian blood, we like you Americans. No, I'm just joking, man. Come on. How you feeling the other day, Rachel? I was a great mood.
Good. So let's go ahead and get into it. I want you to give me your breakdown of the game. Unfortunately, this is not a Victory Monday. But I want to get your breakdown of the Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Cleveland Browns were looking to, have 5 consecutive wins over the Cincinnati Bengals. But Cincinnati gathered their pride and had a game plan for the Cleveland Browns in which they were not going to let the Cleveland Browns beat them 5 times in a row.
You want us to be honest, or you want us to be gamers? Like, we want to be fanboys? If we be honest.
You can be both.
Okay, well, honesty is, hey, Rock, you about to be mad, man, but your boy Deshaun is not as good as we wanted him to be. Joe Woods is still trash. Stefanski, I think their contract's up. I think this is their last go round. One more. No, this is their last go round. This is a wrap for them.
They're not firing all of them.
I will fire every last one of them.
They're not going to.
Have a wonderful year. We appreciate y'all. Matter of fact, we ain't going to the playoffs, so we don't even need y'all no more this time. Y'all have a wonderful time. We appreciate y'all applying for the position, but you no longer need your services. Thank you, guys. It was just, it's the same old. It's the same old every week, man. Because Stefanski proves every week he cannot make adjustments. He proves every week that I'm down by 7 points, so I'm no longer gonna run the ball because I'm down by 7 points. That's like that's a blow in his eyes. So we can't run the ball no more.
You said 7 points is a blowout.
Stefanski eyes, because he's like, oh my goodness, we're down by 7. We got to pass 14 times and run once.
Get back in.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
We're gonna do it through the pass.
Yeah, like you. It has been proven that anytime Nick Chubb touched the ball 20 plus times, you guys have won the game. Anytime. It has been a proven fact. So that lets me know you got to go undefeated if this man touched the ball 20 or more times.
I believe it was 14
He
rushes
touched it 14 times.
for 34 yards.
Yes. And you did not let this man, and the scheme that you was running was like, we're gonna keep trying to run him up the middle with this big Reader. Reader is a monster. I don't know if y'all. Reader is one of the best defensive linemen, defensive tackles in the game right now. So I'm gonna keep trying to press him instead of running over around him. I'm gonna go right at him and see what happens. Like it's like, come on, man, you are horrible, bro. Like you're horrible. I'm cool on him. I'm cool on Joe. I'm cool on us fancy now. He showed me enough. I had 3 years of him. And in 3 years, he haven't shown me anything. We got one playoff win under his belt, and it wasn't because of him.
Is Kareem Hunt still on the team?
Yes.
Like
did you know he was on the team? I thought he was hurt or something because he showed didn't play.
Didn't play at all.
Like, I mean, horrible, man. Shouldn't be here.
Yeah. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was Kevin Stefanski's seat hot. And one of the things is, I know it should be hot, but I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on him right now. I think they want to have some continuity. I think that they want to give Deshaun Watson a chance for him and Kevin Stefanski to see what they're going to do, how they're going to work together and things like that. So I definitely think, if anything, he has a whole nother year in play of being a Cleveland Browns head coach, along with Andrew Berry, because you have to look at Andrew Berry. What'd you say?
He got 2 years max.
I'm gonna give you 2 years. I'm gonna give him 1 year. This is the only way he'll get 1 year. If he fired Joe Woods. And he ain't gonna do that. So nope.
2 year max.
2 years. You're trusting him with 2 years under his.
They gonna trust him under with Deshaun Watson. They gonna have Deshaun Watson on for 2 years. If he don't do nothing next year,
go get Lovie Smith.
He gonna do a half a season.
They need to go get Lovie Smith. I like Lovie Smith. I think he's a good coach. I'll go get him over Stefanski any day of the week.
Ain't he coaching the Texans right now?
That don't count. He ain't got no talent down there. There's no talent down there.
Yeah, there's kind of a sham job.
We got one talented player down there, and that's Brandon Cooks. That's it.
Hey, we got Brandy Fairfax with us. Hey, Brandy, sorry about that. How you doing, sis?
It's okay. I'm good. How are you guys?
How you doing, Brandy?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. We were talking about Kevin Stefanski, and Eddie, the front man, says that they should bring in Lovie Smith, even though Lovie Smith is already the coach of the Houston Texans. I said that I think Kevin Stefanski is going to get a whole nother season to work with Deshaun Watson and see what they could possibly do. So I don't think that he'll be fired at the end of the season. I feel like he's going to be given another year. And Eddie says, let go of everybody right now. One of the things I can say is that their talent evaluation isn't one of the best things. And a lot of players, haven't panned out for them. One thing is we don't have continuity within our organization, and we keep on firing people. Is this job an attractive job if we continue to just fire people?
Yes, it's an attractive job. It's an NFL job that pays good money. It's definitely attractive.
Yeah, but if you know you're going to get fired every 5 minutes, how's that an attractive job?
Well, do your job, you won't get fired.
You know you only going to have your job 1 or 2 years before the trigger get pulled.
Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so when you got talent and you're not doing your job as a coach, when the problem is you as a coach, then you need to be fired. I'm not the type of person like fire every coach we had. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I was a Butch Davis fan. Back in the day, Butch Davis was a good coach to me. He didn't have talent, but what he had was he made work. This guy here, man, he was in over his head. It's clear. Stefanski's in over his head. He's a great offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but also I think that they haven't really drafted well. A lot of their draft picks, haven't panned out with this regime. You look at what the defense is doing now. It supposedly has talent, but is not doing too much of anything. You're struggling at the linebacker position. So right now I said that, our secondary, our corners are the ones that are, performing well for us. But, we gotta address, you know, we got to address the tackle position as well. So there's areas of need that they haven't addressed and that we're dealing with right now. And then offensively, you look at, I don't really know how Anthony Schwartz was a really draftable guy. Who was that? We were talking about outside of that, but he can't catch the ball. Were we talking about that yesterday? How we said he should switch to defense, Brandy? Anthony Schwartz.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we was talking about yesterday, and he could be a cornerback or something. Yeah. I mean, he ain't doing nothing offensive.
He ain't gonna do nothing. You put him on defense, they gonna cook him alive.
He ain't doing nothing on defense, and what they say, defensive backs are guys who can't catch. They fast and can't catch.
That's 100% fact. But that's a skill that he don't have.
Yeah, he can do some pass breakup because he can't catch it, so he can get his hands up. He can't catch it though.
He's short. I was like, he's short. He's small.
But he quick, so he can use his quickness to his advantage and leap up.
Listen, I'm falling over his feet.
I appreciate y'all trying to find this position for him. You know what his position should be? Defense. On that left couch with the rest of us, because that guy's trash. Listen, let's be real here. We just take a step back, take a deep breath. I usually say relax. It's no longer relax. It's time to start. He says the seat hot. His seat is already burnt up. It's beyond hot. It's on fire. Get rid of him. He's not the coach of the future. He's not the coach. He's not the coach. He's not a good coach. He stinks. So y'all want to keep giving them chance after chance after chance just to get to where? Get to get where? Mad again, talking about what again next year. He gonna do it again No, he got talent around him. He got talent. Okay, I'll give you the linebackers because of the situation with the linebackers. But Jones is a monster. He was a monster in Atlanta. He came here and became a monster here. You got JOK, who's a freak of nature.
He out.
I mean, we have talent, and you got one of the two best defensive ends in the game. Your cornerbacks are stacked. I mean, you got three pieces total that you can be like on the defensive side. They be like, I can improve on these three pieces. That's the two D tackles you can prove on. The one we drafted, we still learning. We don't know where he's gonna be yet.
Which one is this?
What's his name? Not Emerson.
Tommy Togia?
Not Togia. The big boy, number 93. I can't think of his name. But yeah, we get dropped in this year. So you got to worry about him. I can't think of his name right now. And then you got to worry about one linebacker. And the one linebacker that we had to worry about was a little bit, to me, it's a little bit Phillips. Hurt. He's hurt. You got to worry about him.
They all hurt.
You got to worry about him.
Brandy, where are you at with Kevin Stefanski? Do you think that, he should be fired this year or give it one more a year?
So I think, like you said, I think that they will wait another year. Looking in 2020, he was the coach of the year that year. He brought the Browns to the playoffs for the first time since 2002. The contract goes through 2025. And like you said, I think they do want to give more time between him and Deshaun Watson to see what they can do next year. But it is tough. Say looking at the defensive side, I would say Joe Woods' seat is probably a little bit hotter than Kevin Stefanski's, just because of all the talent on the defense and all the miscommunications that they've been having this season. But, it is hard as well as the defense. You have to look, now they announced today JOK is out for the rest of the season with that foot injury, and that's the fourth linebacker that the Browns have lost this year. So I think, things like that also have to be taken into account.
First of all, I was talking about Perrion Winfrey.
Oh, Perrion Winfrey. Oh, okay.
We still say, I'm not taking that into account. I'm sorry. Injuries happen in football.
But your whole team is pretty much has been down. All your starters.
They all went down at different points. At different points in the season, they all went down. I'll give you that. But if that's the case, then why your offense haven't been hurt all like that? Have it?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
You have the number 2.
Oh, but your line, you on your fourth center, which is important as well.
And your center's been playing very well actually.
You know, the Freehold.
Take Freehold out here. He's a different story. He's a different story. But everybody besides him has been playing very well.
Like
who came in the game? And everybody who came in the game besides that guy is trash. Besides him, but everybody else been playing very well on the offensive line. You have again the number 2 rushing attack in the NFL. Number 2
could be number 1 if they ran the ball.
But mind you, we got a running back who's 100 carries less than the top guy, and he's still only like I think 97 yards away from being number 1. Probably went down this week, but before this week, last week he was like 100 yards before almost being the number 1 running attack. But with that being said, so you take that into account. So I got to take this into account as a coach. So as a coach, and I'm looking at my team like, hey, if I run the ball, it's almost guaranteed I win. Almost guaranteed that I win if I run the ball 20 plus times with this running back. Right now, every game I won, all 5 games, this running back had touched the ball over 20 times, and we won all 5 games. Common sense would say, let me make this man run the ball until they stop him. They doing it in Tennessee. They doing it with the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't care what y'all doing. Until they stop this guy, we're running the ball. I don't care if y'all know my plays. You're running the ball. But Stefanski his own. They be like, oh, Stefanski coaching? Oh, so that defense already checked. You got to worry about defense. We're going to be all right because he's going to take his own offense out of the game. So why do you want to keep giving this guy a chance? Why do you want him on your team? Why do you want him as a leader of men? Like, come on, then Joe Woods. You had guys, you gave up 70. Their first touchdown came up 73 yards of penalties. 73 yards. That means you
killed us.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
killed us.
So that means that we did pretty good after that because we had like 99 yards in penalties. So
that was after the 73-yard penalty. That was after the 73-yard worth of penalties.
So we only got like 30-something more after that.
No. We got more than that. We had like 100-something yards of penalties.
Okay.
We had 73 yards on the one that they scored their first touchdown on.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
That's when you supposed to call that timeout, regroup, because something ain't right. Like, and then the special teams, you give up a running to the kicker. You ain't got to worry about you getting those special teams no more, bro. You got one job.
Alex Prefer.
Sit your butt down. One job.
Should there be
Couch.
should his seat be hot as well? The special teams coach. Should his seat be hot?
Nah.
Only seat hot is the defensive coordinator.
So special teams coach seat should be hot for 2 reasons. One, special teams have been playing pretty good this year. Only they gave up a couple hiccups, but it ain't his fault that the kicker York can't kick. It ain't his fault. We just thought he fooled us. He fooled all of us. We thought he was something after that first game. We did what Cleveland fans normally do. We crowned him.
Blew him up.
We crowned him after the first game. We do it all. We do it. Anybody who does one good thing for Cleveland, they become our trophy.
He made that kick. They say he the one.
He's the one.
Missed 2 straight.
Fooled you. You already paid me. Gotcha.
Brandy, do you think my preferred seat should be hot at all, or you are in agreement with these guys in studio?
I'd say, a little bit, just because, special teams, they have played decent, but, we haven't had much on returns this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of returns, DPJs the other week that went all the way. But other than that, we haven't had much on the return side. Right now, they're ranked 18th in special teams as well as offense, and they were also ranked 18 in offense last year. And on defense right now, they're ranked 20th.
Now, can I ask y'all this since we want to put them on the hot seat? When you kick the ball It's 20. You got a punt. This happens with the Browns a lot. They'll punt. Somebody will punt the ball to the Browns. You got DPJ back there. He got a good 20 yards, like open that he can just take off. And he'll fair catch it. That is not the coach's fault. That's DPJ.
Well, the coach would be telling him take the ball. That is the coach's fault. My job is to coach you up.
I can almost guarantee the coach say take it. If you feel you can make a move, take it. I can guarantee a coach is telling him he ain't telling him to fair catch that ball. I can guarantee you they ain't telling you that.
And I think that was the first punt return for a touchdown, because that was a punt return, right?
Correct.
Since like 2014.
Who brought one back in 2014? Josh Cribbs?
I was about to say.
No, it was what Cribbs? Cribbs was gone by that time.
Yeah, it seemed like he was gone by then. But while we think about it, we gotta take a quick break. It's time. So you've been listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Yeah, Johnson running back.
Who did?
Johnson. Remember he used to be
running back.
Our backup running back. They used to have him back there running.
What was his first name?
Start with a D.
Dennis Johnson? No, that's way before.
We traded him to who? We traded to the Texans.
No, I was thinking Dennis Northcutt.
We traded
Duke
him
Johnson?
to the Texans. Duke Johnson. We traded him to the Texans. Duke Johnson, he ran it back, I think.
It's true. That's right. That's what I'm saying. You got Ford. If I was a coach, I'd put Ford.
You know who would be a good punt returner? That he ain't got no hands, and we talk about him like he garbage. Swords.
He can't catch. So
if he can catch,
I can't trust him to catch.
And I know they tried him already. Yeah. I know they had to try.
Because he got the speed.
Yeah, he's a slot runner. That motherfucker, he can move.
You want to blame his trash.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU at 95.9 FM. I got my girl Brandy Fairfax with me, and the front man Eddie Scott, and also I got Rockville in studio with us, and we talking some Browns. We got some internet comments. Hey Mickey, how are you? George Bendicky says Stefanski needs to delegate pass off calling offensive plays to Alex Van Pelt, and also make positive changes to the program. I'm not interested in changing coaches to appease the fan base. Sometimes the smallest change can be the real biggest dividend. You also can't control injuries either. And the DPJ was the first punt return since Travis Benjamin back in 2015.
I think it was Travis Benjamin 15. Okay. Let me tell you this, guys. I appreciate your fans. Your fans are awesome. Never mind. Never mind. This is not on the mat. So we gotta talk. This is not our debate show. This is her.
But I think for fans, you need to get a book up.
I was about to say I completely agree with that.
I've been said that. That is 100% true.
I think he'd be more focused if he ain't calling a play.
Since he don't want to give it up. Yeah, firing.
Right.
I mean, you have to learn how to head coach. There's clock management aspects. Let Alex Van Pelt call that 4th and 1 or call a 3rd and 1, that long pass on 3rd and 1, so you save it down. There's different ways how to go about it, but he's never learned how to be a head coach and manage all facets of the game.
And here we spoke on 4th and 1. Here we go with Stefanski trying to fool himself again. I'm 4th and 1. Put your coach for saying, yes, we know we're about to push this forward. I'm going to step back and try to pass a 30-yard pass on 4th and 1.
And the man is 6'4".
6'4".
6'3", 6'4".
200 pounds. You're going to try to step back and throw this 30-yard pass.
And you can push him for 1 yard.
Come on, man. And this is him.
Quarterback sneak.
This is him being Stefanski again. This is him being, I'm going to try to outsmart you again. Every time he do this, it blows up in his face. Y'all still want him for another year, man? No.
Nobody said they want him. I'm just saying what I think is actually going to happen.
Fancy ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
They're going to get rid of everybody else before they get rid of him.
Why would they do that?
Because, number one, we went through too many head coaches. They tired of that. They're gonna stick with him.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Continuity's sake. Brandy, do
He's
you
not
think?
bad.
He's not going to take it to the playoffs.
He's not good, but he's not bad at all.
He's never get you to the playoffs. He's going to always be number. You have a team. You have a team on paper that should be number 1 or 2 seed, number 1 or 2 in our division.
But you got to understand, injuries. There's a lot of injuries came with the Browns too.
Yeah, Brandy gave a lot of good reasons why, and also too, you looking at somebody who was coach of the year in 2020. Coach of the year took us to the playoff in the first time for the first time
because the
Nick
Browns
Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
The Browns went to the playoffs.
Nick Chubb
and he actually gave the ball to Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Got him the coach of the year.
Baker Mayfield didn't do it.
No, then he realized, like, hey, these guys got me the coach of the year because they can run the ball. They're good workhorses. I'm not going to let them do that. Let me take that out.
Running back having 1,000 yards.
What? I'm not going to do that. Every year since he's been here, he got 1,000 yards. Oh no, we can't do that.
Brandy, what are your thoughts about Stefanski giving up play calling?
He get 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I agree. We've talked about that pretty much all this season. I think why not try it, especially, these last few games of the season. I think, now is the time to try things if they're going to do it.
Yeah, because the season is done. I think we're 0.2% of statistically, making the playoffs. And we talked about people playing for their jobs, also seeing what you have next year, because how you finish the year is one of the ways that you can start off the new season as well. So you want to finish the season on a positive note, because that could possibly start you off on a positive note as well. You're going to have Deshaun Watson all of training camp and things like that. So you're going to be able to see what he can do. He's going to be able to build that timing and rhythm with his receivers. So you're going to have a whole new opportunity to make things right, I think. So, I look at it as, you play for your job, play for your paycheck, play for your pride. You can still go out with a bang, and that can set you up for further success into the next season, I think.
Yeah, to me, I think this Browns offseason is probably going to be one of their most crucial ones, especially by the team standpoint. They have a lot of decisions on players whose contracts of high salary contracts are going to be expiring, like Jadeveon Clowney, Kareem Hunt, and all of them. So I think, that's going to be a decision. And all these players are going to have to put in a lot of work because, I think in training camp, all these coaches aren't going to cut them slack going into next year.
I'm sorry, but if I was Jadeveon Clowney, why would I want to come back?
He probably ain't coming back.
Why would he?
He a mercenary.
I don't want to play under Joe Woods. It's very clear these guys don't want to play with Joe Woods. I mean, they giving up on Joe Woods, man. They're like, man, we are doing all this, and you're putting us in horrible positions to win. I don't want to play. I don't want to. As a former football player, I don't want to play under a coach who I don't believe in. I don't believe in you. I need to play under somebody I believe in.
Well, let me ask y'all this. These football players have pretty much been playing since Pop Warner their whole life.
Yeah.
Why at the professional level are they still struggling to defend when you've been playing football your whole life? The game don't change.
Got them playing soft.
Yeah.
When you're in college.
But but as a grown man, if I've been playing football my whole life, I should be able to go out there and know what I'm doing.
No, because so your scheme as a coach is different from my scheme as a coach. So I might put you in this position, and you're used to playing man-to-man coverage. Because when you play in the league, you're playing man-to-man. You play in high school, you're playing man-to-man. You play in college, you play mostly man-to-man. Then I get you in the box. So okay, here, play zone.
I'll be able to do that.
No,
zone don't work every time.
No. And then you got, so when you're in the zone, you got to cover a certain area.
Yeah.
Completely. That's all yours. So it's always a soft spot in the zone. Always a soft spot in the zone. So what Joe Woods do is he runs zone good 80% of the time. So there's going to always be a soft spot somewhere.
That's a Kevin Stefanski thing because they need to pay more attention to the defense.
But then y'all go and draft these cornerbacks who are man-owned cornerbacks who are known for being Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward never played zone in Ohio State. He was always on man. You know what I'm saying? Greedy Williams, he always in his own island. at LSU. So then you gonna get these guys and say, okay, play zone. No, they're gonna be dug out of the water. They lost.
That's a Kevin Stefanski problem as well.
Agreed.
You should be paying attention to what your
That
defense is doing, and he isn't paying attention to what they're doing.
Ain't going nowhere.
And he should be instituting schemes as well, because both sections should be your responsibility, not just the offense. So, I don't feel like Joe Woods should take all the blame for that as well, because you got a boss that's not doing a job too. What do you think, Brandy?
Yeah, I agree. It is hard. I look at some players, and that also, relates to college. You see all these players going into the transfer portal now. And I've, spoke with athletes before, who were 5-star recruits out of high school, and then they go to college. And sometimes, they've said that they wish they picked different schools because, maybe that system of the defense didn't fit them as well as maybe another school would to benefit them.
That's true.
That's facts. Yeah. A big fact. Like,
we don't play man to man.
No.
Since when I ain't never seen us get burnt too much. We play man to man.
Think about it. When we had Greg came from the section who was part of the Bounty Gate. I can't think of the name. Coach.
Greg Williams.
Greg Williams. When we had Greg Williams, we were dominantly man on man.
Aggressive.
And we played aggressive defense.
They should have kept it.
We went up. We went from one of the worst defenses in the league to one of the best defenses in the league.
Then the worst offense.
Then they had the worst offense. It's like we can't put two and two together.
Can't put two and two together.
It's like but with that being said though, like when he took over the reins as a defensive coordinator, if we just put if we had this offense with that defense, Super Bowl bound. If you had a coach like him right now, a Greg Williams type of coach, who is an aggressive type of coach,
he was a blitzer.
I can almost guarantee you we would not be having this conversation about where he should be at.
Where's Greg Williams at now?
He's still with the Jets, ain't he?
Is he with the Jets?
Yeah, he's with the Jets right now.
And he the defensive coordinator with the Jets.
Yeah, you see what they doing?
They're aggressive.
Yeah, they got two defensive minded coaches because Robert Saleh was a defensive coordinator as well.
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
the Jets,
and Greg Williams kind of got things to turn around a little bit for the little time that they gave him, and they passed him over.
So
they passed him over.
2019 and 2020, he was the Jets defensive coordinator. Right now, this year, he's with the DC Defenders in the XFL.
Oh, the XFL?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Listen.
Well,
and that's my point though. Like I can almost I didn't see the DC Defenders play, but I can almost guarantee you they probably got one of the best defenses in the league. I can almost guarantee you that. I guarantee they defense better than Brown. I can guarantee that. Listen.
They play aggressive. Man to man, aggressive.
Probably so. All you got to do is swap places
blitz.
With him, Greg Williams, and Joe Woods. Just swap places.
You got two dominating defenses. You said a blitz.
Since when we blitz?
You don't. If you said one,
yeah, because they sacked Joe Burrow 5 times on Halloween, and
we blitzed that game.
Yeah, and how many sacks did we have?
We didn't have any sacks. One game. One sack this game. One.
Jadavion Clowney got to him, right? Because Jadavion had a great game.
Wait, no, that wasn't counting because they called the flag on that. So
oh yeah,
we had 0 sacks.
Yeah,
0 sacks.
Yeah.
So if you send blitzes because you can't block Jadavion Clowney and Myles Garrett at the same time. One-on-one blocks, you can't do it. It ain't happening. So we just send one extra player, one extra, 5-on-5. That means there's one-on-one cover, there's one-on-one man-on-man blocking. I'm putting my money on Myles Garrett and Jadavion Clowney every time.
With a blitz?
With a blitz.
Oh, damn.
Every day. Every day.
All right, party people. We got to go ahead and take another break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Spirited Conversation on Her in the Huddle on WOVU at 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
We don't blitz. We don't use our talent. Listen, Kareem Hunt, he ran Kareem Hunt straight up and down. And they packed the middle like it was like they do it. They packed the middle.
Like,
They blitz the middle. They only blitz the middle. And power them up. Because they know he's not an edge runner. But if that wasn't working, why you didn't put Kareem Hunt in? Kareem Hunt is an edge worker and back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He more like a speedster.
Yeah, that's it.
He hit the hole quick.
But this is the thing though. That whole game, man, y'all hitting the edges and getting 5-7 yards. And then most of your runs came up in the middle. It's like, wow.
And you didn't play Kareem Hunt at all. I can say, did he trade him?
He gets on my nerves, man.
Yeah. You got two running backs that average 1,000 yards.
Facts.
For sure.
Facts.
If you run them.
Do not use them.
All right, this is her in the huddle on WOVU and 95.9 FM. This is your girl Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports. And remember, you can always keep it locked here on your regular radio dial at 95.9 FM. You can download the WOVU app and listen to us on the go. You can also go to WOVU.org to listen online. And you can always contact the station with any questions, comments, or concerns at 216-271-0959. And this is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports. And I'm here with Brandy Fairfax. I'm here with Eddie Scott, the front man. And I'm here with Rockville. And we're talking a little Cleveland Browns. And Eddie is telling us why he loves Kevin Stefanski so much and how he thinks Kevin Stefanski should get a couple more years as head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Ain't that right, Eddie?
I thought you said you wanted to talk about Darius Garland. I thought you wanted to talk about Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
No, Stefanski should not get no more years. I'm sorry, y'all.
I told y'all he gonna stay 2 more years.
If they keep him 2 more years,
they gonna make 2 more years. Sure.
We waited Deshaun Watson talent for 2 more years. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
We waited Nick Chubb talent for 2 more years. That's what it's gonna be. We're not gonna get Kareem Hunt back. Because they still got Ford on that rookie contract. So they're gonna be like, okay, they'll let Kareem Hunt go ahead.
That's why I think they ain't playing him.
That probably is. But
they're ready to trade him.
To make him attractive to other teams.
So he won't get hurt.
So do y'all feel like defensively they gave up when they let Samaje Perine score that touchdown and nobody kind of went to tackle him?
No, that was blown. That was a blown assignment. So Davion Clowney, he crashed in. When he crashed in, Perine is small. He only was 5'7".
Oh.
So he looked like he
tiny.
They thought he was down.
Sure
and he just walked around. So it was just a perfect time to be small.
Well, he did the same thing Chubb do sometimes.
Yeah, it was just the perfect time.
Chubb hit the whole boom before you know he on the outside.
And when Davion Clowney crashed out, he just walked right around him. So,
yeah, because everybody was standing up
right,
thinking the play was over. That kind of was like the slowest touchdown, just like last week. Denzel Ward's touchdown, off that fumble was like the slowest touchdown of all time.
The first time to be small. That's all. The first touchdown they gave up to Chase. Again, that was a dart.
It was a perftly thrown ball
that
the defenders didn't even see.
Chase didn't even see it. Chase was a good reaction on Chase. Chase didn't even see that ball. Nobody saw that ball. I would have never threw that ball. First of all, it was 2 defenders right there. Denzel Ward was getting cooked.
Denzel Ward was getting cooked.
Man,
they should have put the rookie back in.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all about because this is a shameless plug for this restaurant I call Hot Grills, man. You want some good French toast? Go get some French toast. This spot called Hot Grills, man.
Where's that at?
It's out in Warren Hills. My goodness, it was the best thing I ever ate.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Shameless plug. They ain't even paying for this, but I'm like, oh my goodness. I think
just let everybody know your first love is food.
Definitely right now, man. I need to get some.
Yeah, but we had talked about this yesterday, me, Brandy, and Cleveland Kate, about how Denzel Ward wasn't given any safety help on top because pretty much all of Cincinnati's weapons wasn't playing, and he was the only one. So, he should have been given that safety help to help him out, because Jamar Chase is one of the best receivers in all of the NFL. So why not give him that help and force other receivers to beat you? And they did have that one Trenton Irwin, he was able to get wide open for a touchdown.
Yeah.
So, they was like Joe beat us with the pass. I mean, obviously they had to run too,
They
but
beat us with a flea flicker 2 weeks in a row. We got. I mean, no. 2 out of 3 weeks we got food with a flea flicker, man. Like if one more team run a flea flicker on us, bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna throw something at the TV.
What the safety doing?
That's my point. Like what do you got him doing that you allowing a flea flicker to work two out of 3 weeks?
And he should never be playing around because they
No.
weren't running the ball on us.
No, let him run the ball on us.
And let me ask y'all this about
never been that close.
The fourth down. So we were stopped on 3 of our fourth down plays. How do y'all feel about Kevin Stefanski going for it on fourth downs continuously when this team struggles to execute?
Well, actually, we were number 1 in fourth down conversions this year so far. I like that part of Stefanski. I feel anything under 4th and 2, you go. Any 4th and 2 and under, you go for it. 4th and 3 for me, for real. 4th and 3, I'm going for it. I don't care where I'm at on the field.
They went for it for 4th and 10 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they were able to get it.
I'm going for it on 4th and 3, 4th and 2, 4th and 1. I'm going for it. Especially if I'm on your side of the ball.
Right. They really ain't nothing about 30, 32 yards. So if you punt it off, most likely that's where they're gonna start at anyway.
Be at anyway. So I'm for that. I'm for it going forward.
I like that aggressive.
Only thing I don't like, sometimes I don't like the play call when they go for it. So like sometimes it's just like, come on, man, that's a stupid play. Like is it certain plays that he calls at certain times? They be like, no, you should have ran that play ahead. You should have ran that play the first time, not ran it now. You don't run them from 4th down. You ran that on 3rd down. It's like that's the only issue I have with him as far as his 4th down calls. I like him.
Brandy, what say you?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's more of when he's calling the play, not the play itself. People talked about Jacoby coming in on that 4th down, which I didn't necessarily think that was a bad thing, and I do like that. I think it was just the wrong moment. They were already kind of in motion on that drive with Deshaun, so I think a lot sneak with him or run it with Chubb or Kareem. But, like I said yesterday, we see the Saints do that all the time with Taysom Hill. So it does work. I think, it's just a matter of when you do that play and knowing when and making sure it works when you're calling it.
Yeah, I kind of didn't like the fact that he took Deshaun out and got him out of rhythm, when they were moving the ball. I understand that they were in the 4th and 1, but I kind of didn't like that because you want to get him as many reps as possible since he hasn't played in 2 years. And, like we talked about yesterday, just bringing Jacoby in cold. I wish that, another moment in the game where they had a 4th down, they brought him in, but not particularly on that one where you got them moving down the field and moving the ball. So I wasn't too keen on that at that time.
So my thing is just like you brought Jacoby in, like you brought Taysom Hill. When they bring Taysom Hill in, you know exactly what he's gonna do. Ain't no passing going. They about to run the ball with Taysom Hill. So and 9 times out of 10 they do good with that. Stefanski try to trick everybody, but he tricks himself all the time. You bring Jacoby Brissett in, it should be known they about to sneak it, about to hand it, they about to run the ball somehow, some way. Let him run. Because you're going to get it. He's 6'4", 220 pounds? Man, if that boy don't get a yard, he don't need to be in the league. He can get a yard. Let him get it. You got Nick Chubb in the backfield who can push him forward. You got a great offensive line. I mean, come on, man. I don't like the play call. I'm with you on that. I feel what you're saying as far as like stopping Deshaun Watson his rhythm. But if you're running the ball, you ain't gonna pass it anyway, so it ain't really stopping your rhythm.
I think you should have let him go for that 4th and 1. Wouldn't that have been his first one, 4th down? Did we have some 4th downs in that Texas game that we went for?
No, he ain't getting nothing.
He should have bought defense off they whole meal. It was all defense. You should have went to the defense and said, food on me.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go to the Roll House?
because they stopped him from looking bad.
He was looking horrible.
He was looking horrible.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. Texas was good against the Cowboys, though.
Yeah, but
It was good against the Cowboys.
Sean Watson looked terrible. Yes.
Like trash.
I thought he couldn't throw no more.
Listen, so my friends told me, she said that Deshaun Watson, he need to go back in the crock pot. He wasn't all the way finished.
Easy bake oven. All right, we about to take another break right quick, and we're gonna come back. And when we come back, we're actually gonna talk some Cavs because we got to get this in. So we'll be right back. You're listening to Her in the Huddle, WOVU 95.9 FM.
He didn't fall on that ball. Yeah, he need to go back in that crock pot. That ain't done, baby.
You ain't done.
He ain't done.
Because when he first started, I said, damn, what's wrong with this damn ball?
But he looked markedly.
And then this game, I said, oh, okay. I started seeing it now. He started throwing it a little better. He started getting a little rhythm. Now I want to see how he looked at this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This game. And they going to play this game because they want to beat Baltimore. See, they beat Cincinnati.
I'm about to say, we want to beat Baltimore.
They want to beat Baltimore.
But if you don't beat
because Baltimore always came back on us when we had them.
And Tyrone Huntley is good.
Yeah, even last year they came back and beat us when they shouldn't have.
Tyrone Huntley.
Yeah. So
when Lamar was out, you were like, yes.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
I thought he went out.
That's why they ain't signed. Lamar Jackson. This big deal because Huntley is Lamar Jackson with a better arm.
He looked just like him.
With a better arm.
He looked just like him.
Because I was like, is he still in the game? All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle, WOVU and 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I'm here in studio today with Rockville, the front man, and Brandy Fairfax. And you guys, we got to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yesterday, they suffered a heartbreaking loss to the San Antonio Spurs, down 19 points, down 19-point deficit. They came back and lost by one. Evan Mobley did not hit his foul shot, and that would have been able to tie the game and put you in a better position. And then they fumbled the last possession where Donovan Mitchell went in and tried to have a layup, and it didn't get blocked, right? It just didn't go in. And then we got the rebound. He kicked it. No, did he kick it out to Darius Garland first? He went for the layup. Then they kicked it out to Darius. Darius missed, and then he got the rebound. And then I think he tried to get it to Evan Mobley, and that was just the end of the game. So the Cleveland Cavaliers. One of the things is they're having some issues winning on the road. And Brandy, what are some of the things that they probably can do to take care of their road woes?
Yeah, so I think to start, that last play with Donovan, I think I didn't necessarily like how he immediately dribbled up to the basket. I thought there was a little bit more time on the clock, to at least start somewhat of a play. But the Spurs have definitely struggled on the road as well as closing out close games. So, I think it looks like the team, especially Darius, they're just still trying to mesh with Donovan coming to this team. But, hopefully they figured out Ricky Rubio. He's been able to, start practicing. So I think, once he comes back, he's going to be a huge help as well.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, because I wanted the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands to take the final shot. I felt like he should have tried to dunk the ball instead of a layup. Sometimes you got to go with authority. You got to get the high percentage shot. But, one of the things is that JB Bickerstaff admitted last night that this team went in there and they didn't follow the game plan that was assigned to them. So, and also I guess Donovan Mitchell said that we played to their record. So they didn't take the Spurs seriously, and the Spurs are kind of a very bad team, but they coming off of a 2-game win streak, and you're on the road, so you can't afford to take anybody seriously. If you want to be a contender in the Eastern Conference, you take everybody seriously, and you play like a champion that you eventually want to be. I don't care what their record is. They grown men who earn paychecks who want to win. They might not be able to, but they still want to win just as much as you do, and they proved that last night in the waning moments and kind of how they played throughout the game last night.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think we should try to get another player?
Yeah, you definitely need a small forward.
Fifth man, a fifth guy.
Yeah,
need a
small
three
forward.
bag. We need a 3 bag. We need a
number
we need
3.
we need a 3 to be our small forward. We need a number 3 really bad.
I don't know necessarily who or what trade they'll make, but I think they definitely do.
Come on home, LeBron.
LeBron messed us all up.
Come on home, LeBron.
Uh-uh.
Listen, hey man, can you imagine LeBron on this team? Like you don't blow up the team. You normally blow up a team when you get LeBron. You don't blow up the team. You bring LeBron in. You probably get rid of a Coral, and man, that'll be an amazing team. Come on, man. What? That championship team.
You can get rid of a Coro. You can get rid of Lamar Stevens.
Yeah.
But Karis LeVert. But who want them?
Oh, you can find somebody for them.
With LA?
No, we ain't talking about no LeBron. We're talking about somebody else.
Think about those. Think about LeBron with this.
LeBron can't even do nothing with LA. Come on,
LA
man.
suck. LA suck compared to
But
this
look who
team.
they got.
Hurt AD.
Always hurt.
Look
AD.
at they got.
You got Russell Wilson.
Okay, look at they got. Look at who they got.
Exactly.
All right then.
And you got LeBron.
On paper, who look better? The Cavaliers or the Lakers?
On paper?
Yeah.
That's different. Paper make games good.
Okay then. Look who he
But
got.
but then you got to take in account. If you had a healthy AD with the Westbrook that we know,
I take Westbrook.
Never. Right now,
Westbrook play better off the bench because
he ain't gonna come off the bench with the Cavs.
Right. He can play that role. He can't play that role with Davidson and LeBron. Oh, they want the ball.
Yeah, but then you gotta think about this. He ain't the number 3.
Yeah.
You getting another.
You rather keep
Garland?
LeVert?
No, LeVert go for Westbrook.
Yeah.
No, I trade that all day.
Okay then. So what's the difference? Right. What's the difference?
Yeah.
What about Stevenson?
What
about Stevenson?
In the heartbeat.
Okay. What's the difference?
But I need.
But those are roles they play. That's right. They play the same role that he played.
But listen. Okay. So you telling me you got Russell Westbrook. You'll play Garland over Russell Westbrook?
No, I'll play Westbrook, Garland, Mitchell, Mosley, and Allen. I bring Love off the bench.
Love already come off the bench.
That's a small ball.
We playing small ball now. Westbrook and LeVert is almost the same height, ain't they?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Stevenson.
I think Westbrook only like 6'1", man.
No. Yeah, Karis like 6'3", I think.
Yeah, Westbrook's short, bro.
How tall Westbrook is?
I think he like 6'3", something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't tall.
He ain't tall, man.
LeVert ain't either.
He's solid.
LeVert, Stevenson, they ain't not tall neither.
Karis kind of big. He a little bit more diesel than I thought.
Yeah, Karis is 6'6", Russ is 6'3".
Yeah,
6'3".
Yeah. No.
Thanks, Brady.
Too small.
That ain't too small.
That's too small.
He aggressive.
Yeah, I like his aggressiveness. I like.
He get rebounds.
He can't shoot.
He get rebounds.
Yeah, Russ don't got it no more.
I ain't gonna take it away from him because he's balling for the Lakers off the bench.
He got it.
Now, if I can get him off the bench, yeah, I'll take.
He looked horrible here.
But yeah, I'm not taking him. If he comes off the bench, I'll take him. But I'll say. Okay. I'll say, give me. I'll definitely take LeBron, but I'll take any.
Grandy, what do you think? Russell Westbrook? Would you be open to making a trade for him?
To me, I don't think so. I think, I don't think Russ fits really in with LA right now either. But
say it again, Brandy. Say it again.
So, Brandy, who you think in the league that would fit us? What about Clowney?
Would you take LeBron James right now?
LeBron, I'm not sure. He might mess.
What?
He'll mess the nucleus.
I take LeBron any day of the week. If you trade them 3 players, you trade our 3 small forwards, I'll take LeBron James back.
I would not take him.
If you telling me LeBron James wanted to come here, now I gotta give him up as a quarter.
I'll take Clowney. Now what?
You know what I'm gonna get back though? Just for the play 3, not for scoring anything. I look at Larry Nance Jr. just for the 3. He'll be playing my 3. He won't play no.
We need a score, you guys. This is about winning championships.
He don't need. we don't
This
need
ain't
no
a
filler like that.
this ain't a feel good Hollywood movie.
I
This
don't
is
need no
about
score.
winning
I need
championship.
We really don't need no.
You need a
we
score.
Okay, good defender who's gonna defend that three. 'Cause that three is getting us ate up on the defensive
When
side.
you
Because
go
we
against
too
the
small.
Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee
I need
Bucks,
somebody who's gonna stop.
you go to
Tatum.
State Warriors, yeah, that, but you still need somebody who can put points in the bucket too.
But no. We got enough that put points.
Yeah, we need a small forward like Chris Middleton or somebody.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
like
I'll
that.
take a Middleton.
Somebody that can play
He hurt.
defense.
I'll take a Middleton.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, we talking
Middleton,
about how
Clowney,
the niggas not hurt.
not hurt, but yeah.
I'll take a Middleton. Middleton be somebody I'll take.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we about to wrap up our show. I want to thank you. That was fun having Rockville join me, Brandy, in the front, man. Brandy, I want to thank you. Eddie, I want to thank you as well. You guys have been listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM, and we are out of here. Hey, girl, sorry, we had to end the show early.
So you're
Yeah, and get out of here. So I'll talk to you later.
okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, Brandy. Bye.
Yeah.